So, real confidence compared to superficial or fake confidence. Let's first look at the human condition. As humans, part of our psychology from being developed as children, somewhere inside, we feel like we're not something enough, whatever that is, smart enough, good looking enough, rich enough, popular enough. We all have our not enough identifications on some level. So, when we look at that root, there's two main ways to address that. One way is to pretend it's not there and try to cover it up, putting a shell on and pretending to be confident. So that may look like trying to beat someone, trying to get validation, always looking for that next thing to give me a little bit of a jolt of like, yes, you are okay. And so that confidence is very shaky and it's very common because most of us are not taught how to really develop confidence from the inside out. A lot of people go into martial arts because there's some kind of fear and there's something unsettled inside and they're looking to feel better. But if we are just developing martial arts from this posture, this posing on some level, yes, we may develop confidence in the martial arts and that may give us a certain feeling of confidence that may carry over, but we may not be addressing the root of not feeling confident. So if we look at real confidence and how we can develop this, the first deepest part of confidence is just knowing that you come from this magical spark of life. The essence of all of life is in each one of us, and it's our spirit, whatever you'd like to call it. If we could just rest into knowing that, that identification is stronger than the psychology in us that feels like I am not enough. So finding ways to rest into that. It can be in martial arts, doing mindfulness practice, breathing practice, relaxing into yourself and then doing things from there. It can be through nature, through prayer, through meditation. There's all different ways, but martial arts is an incredible medium to practice resting in to this deepest place, your spirit. Another way of developing confidence from the inside out through martial arts would be through values. So it's very common in martial arts to be talking about integrity, humility, honor. Some martial arts really focus also on social intelligence and kindness and care and connection and compassion. I know for us at Life Keto, that's a huge part of our training is relationship training. How do we work with all different types of human beings and be able to be caring and kind and respectful and also take care of ourselves and our needs and wants. So in martial arts, if we are really letting people practice these values in how they're training and how they're showing up and how they're relating to others and how others are relating to them in the community will be this growing ground of living from values. So we have living from your spirit, the deepest place of true confidence, and then your values, another incredible place from true confidence. And then the next level is learning to manage your state, your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual state. So at Life Keto, we use our three Bs, our body, our breathing, and our brain as our monitor to check in with ourselves and also as our tools to improve our current state. So we learn how to use our body in a way that's fluid and adaptive. And so we practice that. We practice on sometimes we make our body too tight, sometimes we make our body too loose, and then we find this middle ground. Learning to use your breathing to manage your state, to manage stress, to manage fear is incredibly empowering and gives a true sense of confidence that, wow, I can calm my mental, emotional state by using my breathing. In general, if you're able to keep a slow, smooth, continuous, mindful inhale and exhale, that's telling your body and your brain that you're safe and you can relax. And that will give you, again, this feeling of confidence from the inside out and this resilience that you can go through tough things and you can use your breathing. With our brain, we practice in martial arts how to be mindful. And what that means is to be aware of on the insides and the outside what's going on. That mindful, observant state is another way to feel strong and confident 'cause you're not just being thrown around by everything. And also, the brain is a great tool for learning how to put your attention and the perfect amount of effort into what you're doing. And this creates another type of confidence inside that wherever I go, I'm going to show up as a good person from my spirit, from my values, managing my three Bs, and then whoever's in front of me, trying to be a present, kind, caring, connected, loving human being. So instead of which I've done so many times in my life from insecurity and comparing, and competing, other people were either people that made me feel worse because they were better than me, or if I could beat them, whatever that meant, that would give me a jolt of supposed confidence, but it really wasn't because it was so shaky. It was like, here, let me give you my confidence. And if you validate me for a second, maybe I'm going to feel something. But right away, it just goes back to shaky grounds because it's not grounded from the inside out. So we have the deepest level is your spirit, and then we have your values, and then we have managing your state, and then we have social intelligence. And then a very common thing that people that study confidence may know, they call it the competence confidence loop. So if you pick a skill, let's say martial arts, and you practice that skill and you see yourself improving, you start developing confidence in that skill. And then if you're able to, you can take that feeling of confidence and try to apply it to other things. It also gives you confidence of resilience because to get very good at something, you have to work through challenges. So you're like, oh, wow, that was really hard, but I did it. And so this, again, this competence confidence loop, you get more confident as you get more competent, and then you can take on more challenges and that continues. So I have a system called the circle of confidence. And in the system, it's exactly what I'm telling you right now. And when you put this all together, this develops a very, very deep grounded sense of confidence because it's not dependent upon beating somebody, putting someone down, getting validation, being the best at anything. So for me, this is the way to use martial arts very intentionally to develop true confidence from the inside out instead of looking outside of ourselves for confidence.